feed us right here. So when we love one another, you become like food for one another. Of course, you Raphael and you don't have to die like Jesus to feed us. But to their lives, you have to sacrifice a lot for your very self and your very self to become spiritual food for one another. Of course, you go to work to feed her and to feed your children in future. And you go to work to feed him, to feed the children in future. And when we talk about feeding for believers in God, we never just talk about food and drink and clothes and car and house. Of course, we have to feed one another with physical food. But then, there are many kinds of spiritual food that we need to feed one another, especially for you two, Raphael and Anne. Just like God, think about God. God loves us so much. God gives us food and drink and clothes and cars and so many material needs. But God gives us the word of God. God gives us the body and blood. God gives us the sacrifice, so milk to save us. So hopefully in your family life, whenever you go to work to make money, whenever you help one another physically, whenever you do something in terms of being a good husband, good father, good wife, good mother, you will try your very best to feed one another spiritual food also. So what is the spiritual food for you, Raphael, and for you, Anne? Pray for one another. You know, we are human, we are weak. Sometimes we love somebody so dearly, but we cannot do anything, right? Therefore, we ask God for help. God help me. God help my wife. God help my husband. And in future, you say, God help my children. They have big problems. They are suffering. Help them. So that is the kind of love that we can give to one another. But remember, we human beings, even though how much we try, or no matter how holy you are, you will hurt one another sometimes, or there will be some conflicts between your life or in your family. But God loves us so much. God forgives us. God forgives you a lot. Therefore, you are called to forgive her, and you are called to forgive him. In the gospel we just listened, Jesus said, love your God first, and then love your neighbor. Who is your closest neighbor? Who is your closest neighbor? Retired police officer, and who is your closest neighbor? You know what? I think she is your closest neighbor, and you are a closest neighbor. We tend to think about the good neighbor right now in our neighborhood. Somebody live near us. No, the term that Jesus said, love your God and your neighbor. Neighbor is someone, no matter they are closest to us. So right now, then you are Raphael's closest neighbor, and then Raphael, right now you are closest of the neighbor. So neighbor is those who we live with, those who are close to us. So right now, our neighbors are those who are next to us. Because want us to love one another, everybody, to be good, to be charitable, to help. But this is, see, then will be your permanent neighbor, and you will be her permanent neighbor. Remember that. Of course, God, Jesus tells us to love everybody, including your parents, including your brothers and sisters, and your friends, and those who you meet on the way. However, Raphael is the target of your life, and you is the target of your life. That is because this is the sacrament of matrimony, the sacrament of marriage. So Remember this. From now on, you no longer live for yourself, but for all. Even what you think, what you do for the family, to build up your family. So, in good time, don't forget to give God thanksgiving, okay? Just like today. Even today, you are very happy, you feel so good. Don't forget to thank God for your love, for your many blessings. And to God, you also thank your father, your mother, those who give you this day. Remember, we never thank God only, but we thank God to our ancestors, to our parents, to our loved ones. And we can refer to God. But remember, the way to achieve love is always sacrifice, always something that you have to spend, something that requires your strength, your energy, even your very self, your life for one another. So hopefully whenever you feel you're tired, you work hard, and you give too much, or you sacrifice a lot, it is because of love, because of love, because of God. So don't again, because you love one another so much, and your children in future, if you think about love and think about God, you will overcome everything, no matter how hard, how difficult, how tired you are. Remember that. Remember, you always, Rafael and them, you two always have God protect you, have the church parish to support you, and your family members here to pray for you. Remember that. We all journey to heaven together. We all journey to love with one another. So I wish and hope that you will be very happy, and that you, because of God, because of your prayer, because of your true love for one another, you will make it. You will build a very, very good and happy family with your children. Thưa quý bạn chị em, nhân tiện hôm nay có đám cưới thành hôn của anh Rafael và chị An đây, xin chúng ta tiếp tục cầu nguyện cho hai anh chị, cho cô dâu chú rể đây để họ yêu thương nhau. Tôi mới chia sẻ cho họ yêu thương đó là phải lắng nghe nhau, bởi vì yêu thương Chúa đến nhà thờ nghe lời Chúa, rồi yêu thương Chúa đến nhà thờ là được ăn, được uống, được nuôi dưỡng. Thì chúng ta cũng thế, đặc biệt là cho cô dâu chú rể, yêu thương nhau là lắng nghe nhau, yêu thương nhau là nuôi dưỡng nhau. Mà Thiên Chúa không nuôi dưỡng chúng ta bằng cơm ăn áo mặc vật chất mà thôi, Thiên Chúa chỉ nuôi chúng ta bằng sự hy sinh. Thiên Chúa nuôi chúng ta bằng lời của Ngài. Thiên Chúa yêu chúng ta bằng mình máu thánh Ngài. Chính vì thế cho nên ước chi trong ngày lễ cưới hôm nay, mỗi người chúng ta ôm lại tình yêu của chính mình cho nhau nữa, để chúng ta vượt qua tất cả những khó khăn, để chúng ta yêu thương. Khi chúng ta yêu thương ở trần gian này mà có hy sinh, có đức bác ái, thì chắc chắn tình yêu này sẽ dẫn chúng ta đến sự sống vĩnh cửu với Chúa. Xin Chúa chúc lành cho cô dâu chú rể và cho quý bà anh chị em. Giờ đây xin kính mời hai người nhân chứng cho cô dâu chú rể chúng ta cùng bước lên. Now I invite the two witnesses for the bride and the groom to come up, and we will have the promises from the bride, from the groom and bride. Groom and bride. So that you may assume the duties of marriage in mutual and lasting fidelity. And so in the presence of the church, I ask you to state your intention. Rafael Espinosa Pimentel and Lam Hong Fan, have you come here freely, and will you accept children lovingly from God and bring them up according to the law of Christ and His church?
Yes.
Yes.
Since it is your intention to enter into marriage, join your riding.
I take you with my wife. I promise to be true to you in good times and bad, in sickness and in health. I will love you and honor you all the days of my life.
I, Rafael, take you, Rafael, I promise to treat you in good times and bad, in sickness and health. I will love you and honor you all the days of my life.
You have declared your consent before the church. What God has joined, man must not divide. Now is the blessing and exchange of rings. May the Lord bless these rings, which you give to each other as the sign of your love and fidelity.
Take this ring as a sign of my love and fidelity. In the name of the Father, the Son,
Rafael, take this ring as a sign of love and fidelity. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Community. So now to up to that stage, okay. Like two candles into one. So now, my brothers and sisters, I introduce to you the new family, husband and wife. We have some more thing at the end of March. Right now, we just finished the exchanging of rings and promises. So let us continue the intercession prayer. Thank you, and let us return to our place and continue the Mass.
Thank you.